Hey guys, welcome back to MiahsBug. I am on my way through Mojave Desert, heading out to La Puente, California to go pick up some rear trailing arms from a super cool dude met online, Joel Garside. So let's see what he's got for me. They look really cool and he's giving me a really good deal. He's building a bug also. He got a little bit of damage on these rear arms and he decided to upgrade, so it's an opportunity for me to grab a nice set of arms that needs a little bit of repair, so I'm totally down for that. So let's see, I'm on my way. Grab them and let's get started installing them. All right, I am back from La Puente. I got the stuff here, all the goodies. Just wanted to say thanks to Joel Garside for hooking brother up on all this stuff. Got a lot of stuff here. He gave me a really good price. So I got some oil lines with AN fittings, some 930 CV boots, my stub axles, my double shear ties for the outside of the rear trailing arms. I got some hubs, disc brakes, some Willwood brake calipers. All my brake lines already hooked up. There's some really nice trailing arms. They need some paint. This one actually is the one with some damage. You can see here the outside attach point is bent. There was a bolt that fell out on the inside here, and that dropped the arm down and bent it in the dirt. So he wasn't going very fast, so it wasn't too bad, but all this stuff's still good, just needs a little bit of love. Oh, and I got axles for the correct length. So I'm gonna throw these things on here, at least one of them, and do some checking to see mainly how long are they compared to what I was thinking they might be 5x5s, and what position I need to put this transaxle in, how far I need to move it back. So, well, let's get started on that. Well, just got it just loosely installed for mock-up, just to see what I'm working with here. These things are huge. Yeah, compared to the stock ones. What's really cool is they seem to line up really good with my front. Maybe a little bit in. But yeah, that's pretty good. The width should be just about right. Okay, so if we go off of the stock beetle is somewhere around 16 inches from the center of this pivot point back to the center of the bearing. So that puts us about right there. That's 16 inches to here. If you measure back to the center of this new bearing, this new hub, that puts us right at 21.5. I had measured this earlier with a straight edge. I put a straight edge across here, made sure everything was square, and then put me at 21.5 inches. That's a 5.5 over arm in length. None of this is tight yet. Once this is all tightened down, that's probably going to put us right at 5 inches. Okay, that's not very accurate, but it looks like my wheelbase is 105 and a half. I don't know if that's exactly on center. Nothing's tight yet, so this might put me right at 105 inches, which is right the target I wanted. So this is actually perfect. All right, and then as for width, without the wheels, we are looking, we'll just go center off this transaxle here to the outside of the hub. We're at 34 and a half. That is 69. All right, so I just pulled off this adapter. It is the wide 5 lug pattern. It's 5 on 205 millimeter, I believe. The hub is a 5 on 4.75. And my front end is a 6 on 5.5. So I'm gonna have to make something work here, match something up. Either I run the wide 5 in the back and then change out my front end, or I might be able to find an adapter, or I make an adapter, kind of like this one, just a flat plate that goes from the 6 lug out to the wide 5 lug pattern. It'll look a lot like this, actually, and I'll use that up front. I think I might do that, but I'm not sure yet. What do you guys think? Comment if you guys know any adapters or anything out there that's easily available. Otherwise, I might just make one. All right, back to work. All right, so now that I know that these things fit up nicely, they are the right width, they're the right length, putting me right at 105-inch wheelbase. I think the next thing I need to do is just take them all apart, get them cleaned up. Maybe I'll put some primer on here. I don't know if these shock mounts or anything's gonna work yet. They probably will. I could probably make them work. The limit strap's in a position I don't know if I want to use. And then also, I might want to beef this up, this inner pivot, or this outer pivot point, because since this one's bent, I'm going to have to bend it back, and I'm going to have to jig something up in the press to try to get that thing bent back into position. And once it's bent back, I'm going to want to reinforce it with something. So I can either add just some gussets in here, inner and outer gussets, which I might just do that, and then run it, or I can get more in depth with it and start maybe building out a box structure here, and or just some tubes. I don't know yet. I think I'm just going to bend it back straight, see how I like it, and then maybe just add some corner gussets. But I think first I just got to tear everything apart and start getting it all cleaned up. Stuff is dirty. Way to go, Joel. All right, well, I got the brakes off. Everything looks really good. The brake disc is pretty good. It's nice and smooth. One thing is these screws were rubbing a little bit on the inside wall here. You can see that mark. Yeah, I mean, everything looks pretty good. The bearings seem good. I don't have the right socket for this, so I can't get this off right now. So I can get out this stub axle, but stub axle should be good. Everything looks great. One thing I am gonna do up here is these bolts here. The holes are a little bit oblong, and some of them are chewed up a little bit from like threads riding inside. So I'll probably do weld washers on here on all 8 locations. But other than that, I think that's it. And of course, get all this rust off and get them painted. And I will come in here and do some reinforcing here. I'm not sure exactly how yet. I'll probably run a tab in here and something up top here. But yeah, looks good. Pretty happy with these. Another thing is, just for mock-up, I have my transmission slid back about 5 inches. So normally the CV cup is about right here. Now it's all the way back here. But that puts it in line so the axles will be straight. So I don't know if I need them exactly straight or not, or if I even want to move my engine back 5 inches. I might come back forward an inch. But you guys let me know what you think as far as moving the transmission engine back and how important it is to have CVs in alignment with each other. From what I've read and heard from people's opinions, people with 5x5s running CVs and not moving their transmission back at all. So still running it in the stock location. And then also, how much do I need to tip my transmission up? So I'm probably only going to tip it a few degrees. I don't need to go inside the stock tunnel because my shifter that I'm using, it's going to be lifted up about a foot up off of the tunnel. So there'll still be a rod running externally down with a union. So opinions there would be great. And any ideas you guys have for reinforcing these joints would be great too. All right, guys, I got a little bit more information on these arms. These arms are made by Buggy Barn. A guy named Nick from Buggy Barn, he's the owner there. He told me these are his 5x5s. Although they seem to be a little bit longer than 5 inches, but we'll see once it's all tightened up. It's all laser cut, 125 wall DOM material. And these hubs here, these bearings, are out of a 97 Dodge Intrepid. And it uses the 33 spline micro stubs. So, very cool little setup he has here. I really like these. So, you guys should reach out if you're in the market. He makes all kinds of stuff, 3x3s, 3x5s, all kinds of stuff. So, check it out. Also, one more thing. I got a bone to pick with you guys. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I got an email from YouTube, and it was just them making fun of me and laughing. So they were just laughing because none of you guys are subscribed, and you're watching this stuff. So give it a like, give it a subscribe. Give me some pointers. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me I'm an idiot. I don't know. Tell me something. All right, guys. I will catch you later.